What is up everyone, Sean here, and welcome to another channel update for this month for July, and we're going to be looking back on June, and meanwhile we're going to be looking at some random gameplay while I talk about some stuff this time around. So just thought it'd be a lot easier to do for this time around. But anyways, I do have some things to talk about for June. So in terms of real life stuff, still looking for a job, of course. The saga continues as I search for that job to start my career as a video editor or just get myself into video production as always. But you know, Amazon Flex / Lyft has been holding me over, of course. And I do have one little thing to share, and it involves with my phone actually. So previously I was running with an iPhone 6. Had that thing for 2 years, and I was on my way back to the warehouse for Amazon Flex after completing some deliveries, and had to bring some boxes back because of you know, certain things I couldn't do to complete the delivery. But anyways, this is a whole another story. I was on my way back to the warehouse, and I was listening to the music in the car. Just, you know, it was at night, and on one of the freeways in LA. I was taking the 110 to be exact, and suddenly my phone just blacked out and never ever turned on ever since. So meaning that something in the phone pretty much fried, and I believe probably the motherboard or something like that fried, and it was RIP for that phone. So this was during my way back, so that means I was navigating naturally, so the navigation was gone and I had to do it by memory. I was kind of stressing out quite a bit, not so much because of me trying to go back, but the fact that having a phone that's not working kind of threw me off quite a bit. I was like trying my hardest to turn the phone back on or revive it somehow, and never happened. Never ever came back to life. Right after that, I was able to remember my route somewhat, and I just went off by memory through visuals, and I managed to get back, return the boxes. That was okay for that part. But for my phone, I was pretty much smartphone-less for 2 days, and man, it really tells you how kind of important your phone is nowadays, which is kind of sad, but at the same time it's something you need, especially for someone like me. For right now, I have to do these jobs through the phone, so having no phone means I couldn't make any money for those 2 days, and also the means of communicating with people, also just doing like a lot of the small things that you normally do with your phone, you just don't do, and that can be pretty aggravating, admittedly. I took my phone to the Apple Store, and they told me they can't turn it back on. There's no like exact diagnosis as to why it happened or how it happened. It's just, they just said it just won't turn back on. They couldn't even run a system diagnosis because the phone won't turn back on. So most likely something inside just got fried, and that's that, I guess. But shortly after, I contemplated whether to get a same phone to replace it for this amount, or just go ahead and try to see if I can upgrade. And luckily I was able to upgrade, so I actually went ahead and got myself the iPhone 7, just a regular one, and it's like the red edition or whatever, which is actually something I did not want, because I wanted just a regular subtle colored phone, with a silver back and everything, and the white face. But I just got the white face and the red instead, just because that's the only one available that I like. Otherwise, I had to stick with like either white pink or white gold, which is really weird. And also just like white. I think there was one that's like completely black, which I actually don't really like nowadays. It just seems a little primitive to me. Something about black phones to me seems to be like, I don't know how to put this. Like, it's just very old to me comparing to the phones of today, and so that's why I would lean towards like white phones or just lighter colored phones. And I don't know, just something about having a black phone just seems, it just tends to like kind of give off that vibe for me. But anyways, I got a new phone, luckily, and the other thing that was kind of worrying a lot was the fact that, you know, my data was gone as well, and all the other things in my phone, including pictures and all that stuff, some videos or whatever, could have been potentially been gone forever. But luckily, I actually backed up my phone pretty recently, before that whole thing happened. So I was able to restore that backup into the new phone, and I got all the phone numbers back. I just had to re-download Amazon Flex again because I forgot to back it up after that. But, you know, luckily I was able to do that shortly after, and pretty much, you know, everything's all restored. Everything's back to normal. My you know, that rhythm is back as well. So, you know, I'm back doing Amazon Flex or whatever, or just Lyft whenever I feel like doing. But that was kind of scary because you know, you're kind of lost. You don't pretty much have anything to help you navigate back. But I just got lucky, and I was able to find my way through just visual cues, and drop off the boxes, return them back, and I got a new phone out of that. So it was a bittersweet situation. It was just kind of scary at the same time, just because I didn't know when exactly I last backed up my phone. I did another backup off recently, so nothing really really need to excuse me, to worry about. Just as long as I back up my phone, you know, at least once a month or something, then I should be good. You know, whenever that situation ever pops up again, probably 2 years later, I shouldn't have to worry that much. It just seems really fishy to me, you know, like the iPhone 6 lasted me 2 years, like literally almost almost exactly 2 years, just a little over. And my phone just died just like that, and it was just very, very fishy to me, seems like. So next time my phone dies and it's like 2 years, then it kind of confirms my suspicion that these phones are predetermined to die after 2 years, and you have to like pretty much get a new phone after that. It's kind of discouraging in a way, and I've been thinking of trying to get myself a Google Pixel whenever that comes out. I think a Google Pixel 2 might pop up, but by the time I need a new phone, hopefully that'll, you know, be around, or at least the newest Google Pixel anyway. So I'll try to look into that more and do my research. But for now, I do have a Mac, so that's why it makes sense for me to have an iPhone, because it's really easy to back up and all that stuff, transfer and, like, you know, add new songs and all that stuff. It's just really easy, so that's why I do prefer iPhones as for right now. But I did run with a Samsung Galaxy before. I had a S, S4, S2. I think that was all I had for Galaxies. I don't think I had a S6. I tend to like skip generations just because I like to keep my phone for like 2 years. You know, I don't really need to get a new phone every freaking year. I'm always happy with that phone, but you know, unless something happens to it, then of course I'll make the necessary changes. But anyways, yeah, I got a new phone, all that stuff. It was overall a bittersweet situation. So that was kind of a little story from real life that happened to me. That was kind of, I guess, worth talking about. But otherwise, when it comes to the YouTube channel, we did actually do the Let's Play for Tekken 7, the story mode anyway, with myself, Josh, and Todd. And I think it went pretty well. I did like working with them and stuff like that. We had a lot of fun, and the guys definitely had some things to talk about, making fun of it and all that stuff. And I do would like to have us do other games in the future, whenever the situation comes around, and we can do something like Detroit or something. If that can line up somehow to my convenience, we can definitely have a good time. I'll of course be manning the controls, but Josh and Todd will have a fun old time making fun of it, and we will definitely have quite the Let's Play when if that ever happens. I will try to do my best to get it as cheaply as I can. Maybe hopefully Redbox will have it by the time, it comes out. But otherwise, if I hopefully have the extra money at the time, maybe I'll do it. But we'll see about that. We will definitely see about what we do with Detroit, if we ever do it at all. So, well, anyways, so there's that. Also, we did the reactions with E3 and stuff like that. I actually did not go to E3 this time around just because the credentials, excuse me, credentials kind of changed around this time around, so it was a little hard for me to try to get me a pass without having to spend money. But from what I've heard, it seems like it was a lot harder to have a good time at E3 because it was open to the public somewhat. I think they sold all their tickets, and that made things a lot harder to be able to play the games that people wanted to, just because the public is there. I feel like E3 should have a separate event for the public, and meanwhile all the other people who are actually tied with the industry somehow can have their own little E3 convention. And I don't know, it seems like to me that that would be the best way, but it's got a hall being one, and it's still at the Los Angeles Convention Center, and I just don't like I just don't like being there, honestly, for the convention itself anyway. Not the E3, but the convention center itself. It is kind of discouraging just because of how LA works. The parking is mad expensive. It sucks to drive around it, and the convention itself can use some work, honestly. Seems like it was a little old, and it could use some remodeling, in my opinion. But otherwise, the Anaheim Convention Center is where I would prefer to go, and I think that's where the PSX convention took place last year, and that would be great if that can happen again. But I know PSX tends to happen more often in San Francisco, so we'll see about what happens, and we'll have to wait and see. So that was E3, but we did do reactions back on that. Sorry for that little tangent, but I also had a fun time with that. Me reacting with the guys and stuff like that. I mean, you heard my excitement, especially with Nintendo. Todd had a good old time hearing that Metroid 4 was announced, and it was a pretty good time for the most part. There wasn't really any technical issues or anything like that, so that's good. So hope you guys enjoyed those videos, and we'll definitely try to do more of those whenever that pops up. I also did a top 10 video featuring animes that should become artist fighting games after Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and I actually had a good time doing it. I always wanted to do top 10 videos, but it actually takes time to make a good one anyway, and I definitely wanted to do more. So hope you guys enjoyed that video anyway. And if you have any ideas for top 10s, I am open to hear any requests or suggestions. You can leave that definitely in the comment section below, and I'll definitely check them out. But otherwise, I had a lot of fun with it. I'll definitely love to do more in the future. Just hopefully time just lines up for me, for me to do the certain top 10s I want to do next. And again, if you guys have any ideas, I am open to hear them for suggestions. When it comes to the Let's Plays, nothing really has changed. My friend Justin still has some difficulty, making a consistent schedule just because of work in his life, and also some things also came up, rather some grim news on his part. But he's okay. It's just a little family thing that happened, and don't really want to go into that too much. But it definitely made things difficult for us to schedule any Let's Plays for this month. But we still will continue Digimon Cyber Sleuth, and whenever we get that done, we'll hopefully can be able to get back into Kingdom Hearts as well. We did work on Birth by Sleep back in the day, but we still need to get that done, and I still haven't even opened my 2.8 remix at all. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully we get it done and eventually get ourselves around to Kingdom Hearts. Seems like there's no time, there's no rush on Kingdom Hearts, just because we know how things go with Square Enix. So Square Enix is probably not gonna come out with any more Kingdom Hearts news anytime soon, and probably is gonna come out, I would say, next year at the earliest. Let's say, if we're even lucky on that, but we'll have to see about that. We definitely have some time, but hopefully he doesn't get too busy during August. We'll have to see about that. But don't worry, we will continue to play the games that we've been playing. You know, Digimon is continuing to be that awesome RPG, and I definitely would love to continue with that. And if I haven't said this already, for Tokyo Mirage, we actually finished recording Tokyo Mirage with myself and Ender. We just have to get those episodes out, and we just trying to think of like the next thing to do for the next Let's Play, but we'll see. We'll get something figured out, and hopefully we'll get something going for a Let's Play, and hopefully that'll stick for a while. I do still have a Twilight Princess, and we also did Skyward Sword with myself and Quiet. I know I put out some episodes for that, but Twilight Princess is kind of on hold just for Tokyo Mirage. So once Tokyo Mirage is done, I'll definitely go back into Twilight Princess and continue those Let's Plays. Editing and all that stuff. I do have all the footage still, and should be all there. So that is that, and that is definitely it for June, for the things that are worth talking about anyway. Now we can go into July of what we're gonna do. Well, 4th of July has already passed, and hopefully everyone had a safe, happy 4th of July with playing fireworks and barbecue and all that stuff, or just family and friends to go around. Myself and a couple of guys from We Have Fun and some other friends got together, and we had a little small barbecue. It was fun, and we of course heard all those fireworks in the background, so it kind of sounded like a little war zone, if you know what I mean. But luckily we live in a town where it was a little more quiet, but one of my friends' town was quite noisy with fireworks, and they even just let off all those like really loud ones. So all the ones that we heard from my town was coming from my friend's town, which is really funny. None of the super loud ones didn't go off too much, but yeah, and we just like had a barbecue, roasted some marshmallows, and had a pretty good time just hanging out, chilling, and all that stuff. And of course, oh yeah, one more thing, of course, about real life stuff. Been hitting the gym, of course. My strength is going up, nonetheless. My size hasn't really changed significantly, I don't think. But to me, what matters is strength. That is what encourages me more than size. So if I am getting strong on something, then that means something is being gained here. So I am gaining those some gains somehow, in some way, and I definitely would love to continue. Nothing is really discouraging me or anything like that. Nothing negative has come up during my gym sessions with my friends. Nothing nothing awkward or anything like that. So definitely would love to continue with my gains and stuff like that. I'll definitely do my best to gain muscle and all that stuff, but strength is more important to me than size or whatever. So back on July, what's in store for July? Well, first off, Evo is coming up very soon as we record this, and myself, my friend Keeters, who has appeared in several videos, including the Pokemon Go videos, will be rooming with me, along with Ender Gamma and also S. Hawke, as you may have seen him from the Injustice videos. We all will be rooming together in one Airbnb, which is really awesome. It's actually really significantly cheaper than going into a hotel that's sponsored by Evo, or that's sponsoring Evo, and just because like you got everything, and you're still paying significantly less than you would with a hotel. So if anyone ever travels to Vegas or whatever, I would encourage Airbnb. That's the way to go. Pretty much, you're pretty much in a house for however many days you want to be there. So I think it's really awesome, and it's a lot cheaper, and it still has all the things that you need, like Wi-Fi and shower, bed, and all that stuff. You don't have to pay any extras like parking fees and all that stuff. Of course, there are some rules, but you know, that's not really, you know, a big deal or anything like that. So I think, you know, this next time on all that stuff, we will definitely stick with Airbnbs. Hopefully none of them will get taken really quickly, but otherwise Airbnbs are definitely a way to go. But in regards of Evo, I am definitely looking forward to it for the most part, but I've seen the numbers on it and it's significantly lower than last year. And that's because, in my opinion, Evo is definitely getting more expensive, and we are not really seeing any more out of that raise in price. Unlike you know, other tournaments, they're, you know, getting bigger, and they're, you know, becoming more exciting to watch and stuff like that to participate. And yet Evo hasn't really changed at all, and yet, you know, they've raised the price other than, oh, we get to watch finals at some arena or whatever. I mean, that's kind of cool and all, but nothing else has been added to it. There's no doubles or anything like that. There's no team battles or team fights, team matches, whatever. However you may want to prefer them for, you know, certain games like Smash or whatever. And there are some things that that have discouraged people, like Melee being on Saturday instead of being on Sunday for grand finals, and smaller things like that. And also, Street Fighter 5 is not as exciting for a lot of people. Even like the pros are kind of trying talking about it, trying to make it better and all that stuff, or how they would improve it, blah blah blah. But otherwise, really, Evo itself hasn't really changed enough for people to, you know, justify the price and, you know, the expense of, you know, trying to get there in the first place. So hopefully this is a wake-up call for Evo for 2018 anyway, and hopefully we'll see better things coming out for 2018. I know Evo Japan is gonna happen in January of 2018, and we'll see how that one goes. Kind of neat because, you know, the Japanese players will be playing on their home turf for Evo for the very first time. So again, we'll definitely have to see how that goes. Let's see how they perform for, you know, Street Fighter 5 and certain other games like, you know, Guilty Gear and stuff. We've seen Japan, you know, Japanese players become champions here in the U.S. For Evo. So let's see how the U.S. players will fare in Japan, and let's see if we can take that first Evo Japan 2018. So with that, I'll be gone for a week, pretty much for Evo. And I'll be back on Monday. So nothing really has, nothing will change this time around. We Have Fun hasn't, you know, come out consistently, so it doesn't really mean anything from that. I mean, of course, I do want to do more We Have Fun stuff, but it's just, you know, kind of on hold. It's kind of more, less active, let's just say, as before. And of course, I would love to get back into, you know, making videos and stuff like that once I, you know, get back from Evo. But I do have something to look forward to after the Evo, and that's Splatoon. Splatoon 2 to be exact. I definitely will try to do something with the campaign mode, whether I stream it or play with a friend or something for Let's Play. But I will definitely do like some kind of online content. For you guys, you know, we go online for Splatoon. We'll play in teams and stuff like that, of course, and try to do our best to, you know, win and stuff like that. And also, the Salmon Run will definitely be a fun one to do. We definitely have no idea how long that's gonna last, but we'll definitely give that a shot, and we'll see how Splatoon 2 fares comparing to the first one. I believe I think it'll fare a lot better, in my opinion, just because the weapons are really neat. There's some things that have changed for the better. Map rotation's still there in a way, but it's 2 hours instead of 4 hours. But preferably, I would still love it to be, you know, just like random maps, just like, you know, Call of Duty or any other shooter handles maps for online matches. But you know, we can't really do anything about that now, unfortunately. But you know, let's see how 2 hours goes, and we'll see how the overall game and package goes. There has been a lot of fan art as of recent, especially you know, 2 certain new characters that popped up. You know, with Pearl and everyone's favorite, at least here in America anyway, Marina. But nonetheless, I will do something for Splatoon 2. Hopefully, maybe I'll do a review on it as well. I do want to do a review for Tekken 7 as well. I actually wrote out the script, but it's just a matter of recording it now. We'll see about that. I will you know, get around to Splatoon 2 somehow, some way, and hopefully you guys look forward to that. So that's pretty much it for all the new things that are gonna happen in July. I'm going to Evo, Splatoon 2, and all that fun stuff. August, definitely there is something going on for, you know, another game as well, but I'll go into that once August pops up. We do have a couple more weeks for July, and I'm still excited for Evo, and I'm definitely more excited for Splatoon 2, and we'll see how that goes, all that stuff. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any comments or feedback or suggestions from earlier with the top 10s, excuse me, top 10s, leave it down below. I love to check them out. And as always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and all that stuff, including the bell to know when videos pop up from my channel. And thank you guys so much, as always, for the continuing support. It really means a lot. We're, you know, are past that little halfway point for this year, and numbers are still going up slowly with the subscribers and stuff like that. I think I'm almost to 19,000 subscribers, which is still, you know, encouraging for me, and all that stuff. Despite the whole apocalypse thing that went on a couple weeks back, or 1 month back, but it still, you know, hasn't put me down to the point where I won't be making videos anymore. I will definitely keep moving forward, and we'll see how that goes for the rest of 2017. But anyways, thank you guys so much once again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.